my precious son, my beloved daughter. I've seen how hard you have fought to keep going. I have watched the nights when your eyes were swollen from tears, yet you still chose to kneel and pray. I saw how you tried to hide your pain behind a smile, pretending you were fine while your soul felt weary and crushed under burdens no one else could see. You thought no one noticed. You believed your prayers were lost in the air. You wondered if miracles had passed you by, if restoration was only a dream too far away. But today I tell you, nothing has escaped my eyes. I have counted every tear. I have heard every whisper, every cry of your heart. I was present in every silence you endured. And now the season you longed for is arriving. The time of restoration has come. None of what you walked through was meaningless. The abandonment, the betrayal, the closed doors, the rejection. It all hurt, but it was not wasted. It was preparing the soil of your heart. For some things can only bloom after long winters, and I know you have endured many. Yet hear me now, what I am about to do in your life is not small. I am restoring what you had accepted as lost forever. I am rewriting chapters you thought ended in defeat. I am giving back what was stolen, not only to comfort you, but to reveal that I am the God who honors those who remain faithful even when everything stands against them. I know there were moments when you thought I had forgotten you. But understand this deeply, what feels like delay to you has been preparation with purpose. For I do not return things half-empty. When I restore with honor, with meaning, with abundance. It is not just a return, it is a complete renewal. That very place in your life that seemed impossible to rebuild, that situation that wounded you so deeply you could barely speak of it without tears. I know even those feelings you never managed to put into words. And I say this to you, soon you will look back on it with gratitude, because you will see with your own eyes what restoration in my hands truly means. This is not a shallow restoration. It is deep. It is full. It will heal your emotions, free your mind, and transform even your memories. The pain will no longer remain as an open wound, it will become a testimony. The days of shame will turn into days of honor. The scarcity you endured will be replaced by supernatural provision. But for this to happen, you must let me in. You must open the doors of your heart completely. Some areas you closed, thinking it was safer to forget. Some feelings you buried, trying to avoid them. But I do not want to heal you halfway. I am the God of the whole, who searches the deepest corners of your soul. And it is there I long to enter. I have not come to touch the surface. I have come to rebuild everything that was broken. Relationships that fractured. Confidence that was crushed. Dreams you buried. Hopes that dimmed with time. I am calling you back to the center of my will because in that place, promises do not die, they mature. I know you tried to fix things with your own strength. I know you tried to understand, to correct, to move forward while ignoring the pain. But now I want you to rest in me. Stop fighting alone. Trust what I am doing. Even if you cannot see it yet, even if everything looks unchanged inside, the work has already begun. My spirit is already moving. He is healing the deepest layers, restoring your worth, igniting your faith, and clearing the eyes of your soul so that you may see again what pain tried to blind. I have not forgotten my promise to you. I have not abandoned you, not even in the days when you wanted to give up on everything. Believe this, something new is springing forth. And no, it is not too late for you. Your age, your past, your mistakes, the years gone by, none of these can stop what I am about to do. I am the God who turns deserts into gardens, who raises up even those who believe their story has ended. You will live to see days you once thought impossible. That is why I call you again. Surrender. Return to me like a child running into the arms of a father. Stop staring at the broken pieces of what was lost. Lift your eyes to me. I am the potter. I do not merely glue fragments together, I create all things new. New beginnings. New perspectives. New joy. A peace the world cannot comprehend. A strength from heaven that will carry you even through the hardest nights. You will not be known by the pain of your past, but by the miracle I place upon your life. Those who once witnessed your fall will soon see my glory raising you up. The very ones who doubted you will behold the radiance of my restoration shining upon your face. For when I restore, I also lift up. When my hand touches, transformation follows. When I move, even the impossible bows and surrender before me. So breathe deeply now. Lay down that heavy weight you have carried. Receive these words, for they are not empty motivation. They are living truth flowing straight from my heart into yours. You can feel it stirring already, something inside you is beginning to shift. Heaven itself is opening over your household. Prayers that seemed forgotten are now being answered. The waiting season is giving way to a season of fulfillment. The time of sorrow is yielding to the time of restoration. Trust me. Walk by faith, for what is ahead will exceed even the greatest of your dreams. You don't need to have every answer right now. I know your heart still carries unanswered questions, wounds that time has not fully healed, and silences that echo inside your soul as if they still await what never arrived. But today I invite you to exchange your why for what for. For I never waste pain. I never allow a storm without attaching purpose to it. What once seemed designed to destroy you was the very tool I used to shape you, to make you grow, to open your spiritual eyes beyond what your natural eyes could see. You have no idea how much you have matured. Do you realize how strong you became in the very seasons when you thought you were broken? When you felt you were crawling through the dust, I was holding you with invisible hands. You thought it was the end, but I was already preparing a new beginning. You saw loss, but I was already preparing a harvest. Now is the moment to see as I see. Now is the time to leave the past where it belongs, in my hands. Do not keep carrying old guilt. Do not stay chained to voices that made you feel less, or to words that scarred you, or to situations that made you doubt your own worth. My love for you does not shift with your failures. I loved you in your darkest days. I remained when others walked away. And even now I am here, still calling you by name. Still believing in everything I planted in you with my own spirit. Some gifts have been lying dormant. Some talents were buried, hidden away under the thought that it was too late, that no one cared, that no one needed what you carry. But I have not forgotten what I breathed into you since your mother's womb. Every gift I placed in your hands carries divine purpose. And now I want to awaken what fear has silenced. I want to restore the light to your eyes. I want you to remember the holy fire that once burned in your heart before disappointment stole your hope. Yes, I know life has taken things from you that you never thought you would lose. People left. Time passed. Plans changed. You swallowed silent tears while forcing yourself to keep going, even when all you wanted was to stop. But not one of those losses erased my decree over your life. Not one of those detours canceled my promises. I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should go back on my word. If I promised, I will fulfill. If I spoke, it will surely come to pass. Do not be surprised when doors begin to open without warning. Do not be amazed when people who once forgot you suddenly seek you again. I am moving unseen pieces, aligning paths you didn't even know existed. Promises are being released. Fresh beginnings are being written with the ink of hope. For when I choose to restore, nothing can stand in the way. You have prayed for transformation, yet you have also feared the new. I understand, what is unfamiliar can feel frightening. But the new thing I am bringing is not to confuse you, but to align you with destiny. There is a time for everything, and your season of being chained to the past has ended. Now it is time to flourish. Even though you've been wounded, it is time to rise. Even though you've fallen, it is time to smile again. Even though your heart has grown used to pain, it is time for joy to return. I know where you were hurt. I saw who disappointed you. But I also saw how you kept loving, how you kept believing even when no one else did. None of it went unnoticed in heaven. Your love, your faithfulness, your endurance in the fire, all of it reached me as a fragrant offering of worship. And I honor those who honor me. I exalt those who remain steadfast, even when the winds blow against them. So stop looking behind you. Fix your eyes on me. See what I am doing now. Notice the details, listen for the signs, feel the weight lifting from your soul. My beloved child, the days of carrying unbearable weights are coming to an end. The heavy yoke that once pressed upon your shoulders is being lifted. Now begins a season of rest, of renewal, not through the strength of your own hands but through the power of my spirit. The restoration I am bringing will not be partial. It will touch every hidden place, every broken layer, every silent ache. It will heal your soul, renew your faith, restore your relationships, open doors of provision, bring order to your emotions, and most of all, rekindle the flame of purpose I placed within you long before you even knew how to live for me. That is why I say to you again, do not be afraid. Walk forward. Trust me. Surrender once more. Say, yes, even when you do not understand, for the obedience you give today will produce the harvest of tomorrow. I am guiding you with wisdom, with care, with unfailing love. Every promise I have spoken over your life will come to pass, for I am the God of restoration, and this is your appointed time. Do not worry about racing against time. What you believe is lost time, I am able to redeem in a moment. What the years have stolen, I can return with a single breath of my power. Do not measure your life with calendars, nor compare your journey with another's path. Time in my hands is not like time in human hands. I create opportunities in seconds that others cannot achieve in decades. One touch from me can shift everything. One word from my mouth can raise the dead to life. You have seen me move before. You have witnessed my miracles. You have felt my presence even in the shadows of night. So why now do you doubt? Why imagine that this time will be different? The same God who upheld you until now will lift you again. But this lifting will not return you to where you were before. It will take you further, into deeper waters, into greater maturity, into a richer and more fruitful life. Even now I am tearing down walls within you that you did not realize were still standing. Walls of fear. Walls of self-protection. Walls of distrust and bitterness. You no longer need to shield yourself from everyone and everything. I am your shield. I am your strong tower. In me you are safe. You can rest. You can breathe without fear. You can begin again without dragging the invisible chains of your past. For when I restore, I also set free. Yes, there are people you had to leave behind, and I know that separation was painful. But understand this truth: some goodbyes make room for new hellos. Some endings are necessary so I can bring you into beginnings that align with the destiny I designed for you. And though certain absences still hurt, I assure you, what is coming will be far greater. What I am preparing for you will fit your spirit, because you are no longer the same person you once were. You have matured, you have grown, you have learned, and now what I have in store requires the new version of you, stronger, healthier, more aware of your worth. You no longer need to prove yourself to anyone. You no longer need to chase the approval of those blind to your true essence. Whoever I appoint to walk beside you will recognize the light within you. They will honor your story, respect your scars, and add love to your journey. For this is what I am doing: replacing heaviness with lightness, trading tears for laughter, attracting into your life what heals, what builds, what strengthens. Your story did not end in the chapter of loss. It did not close in the scene of pain. There are still pages left unwritten, and not with ordinary ink, but with ink from heaven itself. I am writing with detail, with promise, with divine turns that will glorify my name. And all of this is simply because I love you, not because of merit but because of grace, covenant, and eternal choice. I know there are mornings when you still awaken with heaviness in your chest, with weariness in your mind, with questions that weigh on your heart. But even on those days I am closer than you think. I surround you. I renew you. I whisper to your soul, you will make it. I am with you. Nothing is stronger than this truth. Never forget you were never alone. Even in your darkest valleys, I carried you in my arms. And today I ask you only one thing: do not give up. You are closer to breakthrough than you realize. Heaven is already moving for you. The invisible is shifting. Soon the visible will be transformed before your eyes. It will happen in a way that only I can do. It will be so perfect, so divine, that you will stand in silence, overwhelmed, tears streaming, not of sorrow but of pure gratitude. Did you think you had already seen the fullness of what I can do? No, my child, you have not seen anything yet. The glory of this new season will surpass what has come before. The new wine is pouring. The harvest will overflow. And you will not have to chase after blessings, for they will come running after you. They will fall like rain upon dry ground, bringing refreshment, answers, relief, and gifts of my love. So I urge you, stand firm. Guard your heart from bitterness. Do not surrender to unbelief. Do not allow weariness to steal your vision. Nourish your faith. Practice gratitude even before the evidence appears. That is what faith is: believing before you see, thanking before you hold, worshiping before you understand. And those who worship in the midst of pain attract heaven to their side. Angels are watching. Every act of faith, even the smallest, has been recorded. Every seed of love you planted is about to bloom, and it will not bloom in secret. Those who doubted you will witness my hand upon your life. Not as revenge, but as testimony, so that all may know that I take care of my own. Therefore prepare yourself, for the time of restoration is also the time of celebration. This is the hour to dream again without fear, to plan with freedom, to breathe deeply and feel the lightness of one healed within. It is time to see yourself as I see you: valuable, chosen, forgiven, equipped, and renewed. You no longer need to ask permission to be happy. I give you freedom to smile again, freedom to love again, freedom to rise and try once more, for I am with you. And if I am with you, who can possibly stand against you? You have carried scars. Some are visible to the eye, while others lie hidden deep within your soul. They are memories that shaped you, pains that taught you, words that carved silent wounds. But hear me, those marks will no longer be symbols of suffering. They will become testimonies of victory, living evidence of what I have done in your life. For the one who has endured deserts knows how to treasure the rain, and the one whose heart has been shattered recognizes the touch of heaven when it arrives. So listen closely, do not be ashamed of what you have lived through. Do not hide from your mistakes and do not run from your memories. Bring them all to me, without fear, without disguise, without filters. I did not come to condemn you but to heal you, to lift the weight off your shoulders, and to restore meaning to everything you thought was wasted. Your time, your tears, your years, your strength. Even what looked like loss, when placed in my hands, becomes the very material from which I craft miracles. You are a masterpiece under construction, and I am the architect of your story. I do not rush my work, I shape it with care. Every season you endured carried purpose. Every door that closed cleared the way to a higher place. Every silence that broke your heart was an answer you were not yet ready to hear. You have learned to trust not only when life runs smoothly, but also when all is still and quiet. That is spiritual maturity. That is growth. And this too is part of your restoration. Yes, I know the weariness that keeps returning, the feeling of fighting battles alone. It is not without reason. You have been attacked in key areas because the treasure inside you is precious. The enemy sought to silence your voice, to steal your courage, to sabotage your identity. But I shielded you. Even when you thought you would not endure, I held you up. Even when your feet trembled, I was the solid ground beneath you. And now you will see that every trial was not in vain. I am leading you into a season of revelation. I will begin to show you why certain things had to happen. I will uncover the reasons behind the delays, the goodbyes, the detours. And when you look with the eyes of faith, you will see that nothing, absolutely nothing, was wasted. I am the one who transforms pain into purpose, who turns weakness into the bridge toward your miracle. You thought you were falling behind, but truly I was aligning you. There are blessings that can only be released into hearts that are ready. There are promises that can only be fulfilled when the foundation is strong, spiritually, emotionally, even relationally. What I have prepared for you is not small, and that is why your foundation had to be fortified. Now that you have chosen to stay even when the path was unclear, now that you endured instead of running away, now I can entrust you with more. Get your heart ready, for I am about to restore even the hidden places you didn't realize still needed healing. I will touch your emotions. I will redeem your past. I will reshape the way you see yourself, and I will renew your ability to love. I will uproot the weeds that grew during your painful seasons and plant fresh seeds of peace, hope, and faith. And you will see it in your everyday life. You will wake up lighter. You will discover that certain wounds no longer sting. You will find yourself smiling, truly smiling, without pretending. That is my hand at work. That is my spirit moving within you. I am preparing divine encounters that will surprise you. Words will come that answer questions you've carried for years. People will arrive who build you up, who remind you how valuable, loved, and essential you are to my plans. Do not say, "It's too late for me." Do not think, "My time has passed." What I have for you is not limited by age but only by willingness. If today you say yes, I will begin stirring the waters in your favor. I did not bring you this far to abandon you. I did not strengthen you just to leave you alone. What I begin, I complete. What I promise, I fulfill. So trust me, even when your eyes cannot see a way forward, even when your emotions waver, for my word remains unshaken. And if I declare it is your time of restoration, then restoration has already begun. Pay attention to the small changes. Notice the details. That door that closed recently was not a loss, it was my protection. That delay you mourned was actually deliverance. That no you despised was in truth a yes to something greater. In due time all will make sense. But until then, walk with me. Stay near my side, for I have never left you. You no longer need to prove anything, just live. Live freely. Live with expectation. Live with faith as one who knows that God cares for every detail. Live as one convinced that the best is yet to come. And yes, it is coming. Your story is not finished. Ahead of you are chapters filled with honor, reward, and promises fulfilled, written before the very eyes of those who once said it was impossible. And you will be a living testimony that I am faithful, that I do not lie, that I restore, that I reward, and that I always do far more than you could ever imagine.